Welcome back to Silk Reeling, Part 3, the XZ plane, or stirring a bath. We're going to, just like the last video, add our squiggle into the circles we were drawing in Part 1. All of the same principles from Part 1 apply, in that essentially all we want to do is move our hand from close to our body out in front of our body and back again, while keeping on our center line, just like so. All of the side to side movement is coming from our hips. So if I want to move to one side, that is from the hips, my hand is still right in front of my belly. If I move to the other side, it's from the hips, my hand is still right in front of my belly. My hand does not change position whatsoever in this, and it just goes out away from me and back in. And it doesn't matter which direction I make this circle. I can go that way, or I can go this way. My hand is staying right in front of my center line the whole time. The only thing we have to do to change the exercise we did in the first video into proper silk reeling is add a squiggle. I really like the squiggle for this one. It feels particularly good, especially if you're imagining stirring the bath water. I'm going to start out, if you're mirroring me, I'll start out with my left hand here. I'm going to start out by moving off to the side, palm sort of faces in towards me. Again, it's still right on my center line. And I come back into the center, exactly like I did in the first exercise. That is my half circle. Now, if we were following the formula, half circle, squiggle, full circle, all I got to do is add a squiggle. So I keep going a little bit in this direction, and I let my hand dive down into that water, and I push that water back just a little bit to this side, not too far, and then I come back into the center, bringing my palm back up to the starting position. I can then keep going all the way around the full circle. So half circle, squiggle, really stir that water, full circle. Half circle, squiggle, full circle. Just like that. Pretty simple. We can, of course, consider that to be a positive circle or a clockwise circle or a yang circle, however you want to do it. And we've got to do the opposite circle as well. For that one, I was kind of leading off in the direction of my elbow. For this one, I'm going to start off leading in the direction of my fingers. So I do a half circle. I now squiggle the opposite way. Going back to palm up. And then do my full circle. Half circle, squiggle, full circle. Half circle, squiggle, full circle. Of course, you'll want to make sure you do this with both hands in both directions. So leading with the fingers, half circle, squiggle, full circle. And in the other direction, half circle, squiggle, full circle. Half circle, squiggle, full circle. As you probably already starting to sense, this one tends to flow together quite easily and in a way that the other side didn't. However, we can still apply that same formula of half circle, squiggle to get a more continuous motion. Half circle, squiggle, half circle, squiggle, half circle, squiggle, half circle, squiggle. But this one also flows together really nicely, doing a squiggle, full circle, half circle, squiggle, full circle, half circle, squiggle, full circle. Again, with the other one, you can run two of these at the same time. Half circle, squiggles, half circles, squiggles, full circles, squiggles, full circles. Have fun with it, have a play, see what happens. This is where the practice starts really flowing together in a very nice and smooth, connected way. Now, if you feel like you just want to keep going and see where it takes you. Thanks for joining me. Take care.